Hey guys, it's Meg. I am here this week with a new video for you. Today is going to be our standard tarot reading, so if you guys want to see a message from the cards, please come on in, have a seat, grab a drink and a comforting blanket, and we'll see what the cards have to say for you this week. If you guys want to see more from me after this video, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and the bell buttons so you can stay in the loop for when I post new work. I have also included links to my social media, a list of the decks I'm using, as well as the timestamp for the bonus reading. It'll all be in the description, so go have a look if you're interested in seeing what I have used and how to get in touch with me if you're interested in doing so. Also, one more thing before I get into it, I am taking private readings at this time. If you guys are interested, please don't feel obligated, but I am here to help if you feel there is something I can do for you in this way. So, and also thank you in advance for the opportunity. I'm very much appreciative. This is for you when you were meant to find it. So let's get into the cards. We're going to start with our oracle. Yes, we're going to start with the oracle. This is I'm intending this to get a read on the basic energy. And then the tarot reading is going to clarify, basically do all of the heavy lifting for the oracle energy. So thank you in advance to everybody for being here. Okay, so first things first, we have the tiger and we have the gazelle. Wow, okay, you know what I'm immediately struck by is the idea of, well, both of these, within this deck, both of these fall under the fire element. So there's some, you're feeling something very intensely, okay? And I'm getting the idea of predator versus prey. I'm not sure if a tiger will hunt gazelle. You know, these are, yeah, predator versus prey is what's coming to mind quite strongly. Okay, there's something or someone that you may feel might be out to get you. I'm kind of saying that with a question mark on the end of it because, yeah, because there's something. This could be this feeling could be stemming from a lack of clarity or a lack of foresight for that. I do think because there's the moon, you know, there's the moon symbol on this character, so there's something that you're kind of having to navigate without really seeing. There's a path that you're trying to navigate without really seeing what's coming next. That's nerve-wracking. I'll admit right off the bat, that is absolutely nerve-wracking because you're not sure. You're just not sure what's going on. Okay, that is fair. Let's see what comes next because maybe we'll be clarifying this energy. Okay, we have Primavera. This is talking about launching, actualizing, and potential. Okay. Okay, and you also have Alice. This is talking about wishes, hopes, and desires. So there is something you're looking to achieve, you're hoping to achieve, but you're not really seeing how to go about it, right? Because you're kind of operating in the darkness. You're unsure of what's going on, and it's making you feel vulnerable. This unsurety is making you feel vulnerable. Okay. Interestingly enough, also with these cards, there's kind of a header on that. This one is She Who Begins, and this is for Alice, this is She Who Grants Wishes. There is something here that you, again, you do want to achieve, but you're not sure how to do it, and again, that lack of assurance is making you feel very strange. Okay. We also have the third chakra. This is Archangel Shemuel. Oh God, I butchered that. I'm so sorry. But your third chakra, okay, here's the deal here. Your third chakra is either activated or needs to be activated. Follow your gut. Follow your gut instinct in this, okay? Yes, you feel vulnerable. Yes, you feel unsure. We also have Goddess of the Moon, so this moon symbolism is coming back up again. You got to follow your gut, because you're operating without a lack of clarity, you're going to have to again, follow your hunches. Listen to your intuition, okay? Whatever this situation is, and I'd like to use the tarot to clarify that for some of us here. Go with your gut. Go with your gut, because that's gonna help you. That's gonna help you through this, and as well as Goddess of the Moon. Don't give up. Right? I'm feeling very strongly and saying, don't give up. Okay. All right, moving on. The final two in the Oracle reading, we have Breaking Barriers. Okay. I am expanding beyond the limitations into joy and freedom. Okay. This is what you're being called to do. This is what your energy is saying. You know what? You've been stuck. You're scared. You don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be scared, because number one, you're never alone. Okay, you have helpers who will give you the strength and the energy to break out of that barrier. Okay, I mean, these branches are kind of bare, they're dead, but there's still stuff growing. Okay, you have the opportunity to grow in this, and you'll be able to. And cool enough, we also have looking deeper. What did I say about intuition? Follow your gut, follow your thoughts, right? Don't overthink. What I mean by that is follow your intuition. Anyway, looking deeper here. Deep within me is a majestic radiance. Okay. Tap into that light. Tap into that radiance, because that's also going to help you light the darkness. Okay. Ooh, okay. So, with that in mind, let's get into our tarot reading. I'm curious to see how we can clarify, how do we clarify the energy that we're experiencing right now? Okay, because we're kind of lost. We don't know what's going on. We're feeling very vulnerable. What do we do, right? Well, what do we do with what we have, right? So let me see what's going on here. This is interesting. So we're going to start, basically, we're going to do the same routine here. Basically, we're going to get 3 cards from the middle, clarifying and hidden energy, and then use the rest of our tarot to see what's going on with that. Okay. So, based on what we know from the Oracle, let's see our first card. Okay, we have the Six of Coins. So, we're looking for a sense of reciprocity here. Six of Coins. We're looking to be in a place where we can give and receive in equal measure. Okay, and I'm also hearing the phrase, what you put into something is what you're going to get out of it. Okay, so there does need to be some effort put into kind of figure out what this path is going to be for you, because I feel like it could be smooth sailing or it could be very rough. Okay, again, you're going to have to put in some effort to figure out what that means. That also means that if you are resonating with this card, you're likely to be looking for some help. Remember that I said a little bit earlier that you aren't alone. You do have helpers, whether that's in this physical area here, or if you're tapping into that spiritual side of yourself. Remember, you have inner radiance and you have the ability to break those barriers. You're going to have to put in the effort to tap into that. Okay. It's doable. It is definitely doable. Just give yourself the chance to actually do it. Okay. So there's the Six of Coins. Our next card, we have the Star. Lighting the darkness. Lighting the darkness. Okay. You don't have to be so locked in to looking at the path ahead of you, right? Because you're not seeing it right now. Okay, you're not seeing how. Yeah, you're not seeing the pitfalls. You're not seeing the divots. You're not seeing the places where your wheel's gonna get stuck in the mud. It's too dark for what's ahead of you. But if you look up, you're gonna find a means of navigation. You're gonna find your means of navigation here. You just have to look up. Give yourself the right to hope. Give yourself the right to be optimistic, even if it is dark. You still have a means of navigating it. Okay? Look up. Look up. Okay? There is the Star. Okay? We also have the Page of we also have the Page of Wands. What's interesting here to me is that, again, we're going back to you're feeling something and you're feeling it intensely. Okay, wands are fire, and if you remember from the Oracle, we had the tiger and the gazelle, again, which in that deck it falls under the fire element. So specifically, the deck I just mentioned is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit, and the creator had organized the animals by element. So here you're getting another fire card. You're learning how to channel the intensity of your emotions right now. And again, that's going to require effort. It's going to require a sense of hope and a sense of peace. Even if you don't feel it right now, if you look up, you will find it. Okay, and if you look inward, you will find it. Okay. All right. So on the Page of Wands, you're learning, but you're on your way there. Okay. So there's the Page of Wands. Alrighty. Okay. So one more. Get our hidden and clarifying energy here and see what we can do with all that. So our hidden energy is the Tower. And so there's been a lot of change. There's been a lot of, there's been a lot of change. There's been a lot of kind of realization that may have led you to confusion, okay? Because this Tower, generally I'm going to cite the Rider-Waite imagery here, but there tends to be a lot of chaos with this card, and to some extent it is there, right? With all the flames, and I'm going to read those little sprinkly things, the sparks, and there's a gun going off, like what's happening, right? It's been sudden, whatever this change, it's been sudden, and you've kind of had to readjust. This is a trigger for certainly the Page of Wands energy, because of the intensity, like I mentioned. But it is, the things that are falling away right now are going to fall away because they're meant to. So toxic relationships, bad jobs, living situations are probably going to change. Stressful, very stressful. I get you. What is meant to change will change, and it might feel catastrophic and chaotic, but it will be for the highest good. You might not realize it now, but you know what? Tap into that star energy, okay? And star energy is going to need to, it's there to help you, okay? So there's the Tower. Let's see our hidden energy, the Eight of Coins. Again, some effort is going to need to be put in, okay? Some effort is going to need to be put in. I do think you are finding a meaningful, no, let's go with that, the idea that effort is going to need to be put in here, okay? And eventually payoff will be received for all of this effort, okay? So there's the Eight of Coins. All right, that's our clarifying energy. Okay, let's move on and clarify why we are seeing what we are seeing from this first part of the reading. Why are we seeing the Six of Coins here? Okay, first card, this totally flew out. We have the card, ooh, that's bad, I'm sorry. There it is, okay. My camera's overexposing the card. Apologies for that, but we do have the card for Strength. Again, because of the kind of the chaotic intensity of our emotions right now, we're probably feeling impulsive, and we're probably feeling like we have to act based on the intensity of what we're feeling right now. Come on, camera, stop taking the card like that. Again, my camera keeps overexposing the card. In any case, Strength. I'm going to put this down now. I apologize. Strength. We're going to need to work to kind of overcome that impulsivity. Because of all of the chaotic energy, it's like, oh crud, if I don't act right now, I'm going to lose the opportunity, or I'm not going to be prepared. What do I do? What do I do? I got to do this. Slow down. Believe it or not, it's asking you to slow down, because at least in my understanding of the card for Strength, you want to look at, what your base desires are, what you are again, what that impulsivity is being triggered by, how do you overcome that? What's your process of overcoming that? In some depictions, you'll see an infinity symbol over the person's third eye, or typically there'll be a lion or a big cat of some persuasion. And in some decks that I have, you'll see an infinity symbol on their forehead. So there's okay, again, camera's acting weird right now. I'm going to take it as confirmation that I'm on the right track. Again, infinity symbol, third eye. You're tapping into that intuition, but knowing that you have the capability of using that to navigate your stronger emotions. Remember, Page of Wands here, the Tower, okay? You're figuring out a way to calm that fire energy. Okay, you also have the Gazelle and the Tiger from the Oracle, but I'm not going to dig those cards up. Yeah, and so, doing this work is going to require strength. Remember that I said the Six of Coins is going to require effort to figure out where you go next. Okay, we're also seeing it because we have the Knight of Feathers. Okay, again, I'm sorry, that's very overexposed. But this is about taking action. Feathers in this deck are equated to swords. So again, it is about taking action. It is about figuring out how to channel the intensity of your emotions, but doing so in a way that is grounded and practical, and that doesn't let your impulsivity take you over. Okay. So yeah, we're seeing the Six of Coins, strength, taking action, cool beans. Let's see clarity for the star here. Okay. All right, we have the Ten of Crystals. I believe the crystals are coins in this deck. So you're looking to create some stability. You're looking towards your end goal being that you're on a firm foundation. Okay. And that's certainly what everybody wants and needs right now. Yeah, that's certainly what everybody wants and needs right now. And in this case, you're really looking to develop that. Things are looking a bit dark. Things are looking a bit scary right now. But again, remember what I said, that if you look up, if you look up and find your light, this is going to be a little bit easier to achieve. Okay, it's going to be a little bit easier to achieve. So there's the Ten of Crystals. No, stop overexposing. God damn it. Sorry. Ten of Crystals. Okay. We also have the Ten of Shells. So again, this whole thing is about stability, peace, well-being, deep emotional happiness, spiritually, deep spiritual well-being as well. Oh my God, this card, stop. I'm so sorry about the camera. We're gonna fight it out. We still have a couple more cards to go and then we'll move on. But this whole thing is about being stable enough to be present. And I'm gonna leave it there. I think I've made the point here. Let's clarify our Page of Wands. Why are we seeing the Page of Wands? Okay. Okay, we have the Knight of Acorns. Drive. I believe acorns are wands. Page of Wands, Knight of Acorns, Knight of Wands. Okay, we're learning how to channel our emotions, and we're taking action on, yeah, we're taking action on it. Okay, so it's time we start doing that, right? Remember that we've had to learn how to channel that without the impulsivity, without letting the broader situation get the better of us. Okay. At this time, you know, I think we figured out how to take action, and now we can, especially now that we know what we're looking for. All right, this is the 10 of crystals and the 10 of shells. Okay, so there's our Knight of Acorns. We also have the 3 of crystals. I also feel like we know who we have at our backs. What kind of, yeah, we know who we have on our side. Again, I'm stuck on the camera exposure. I'm really sorry about that, guys. Anyway, we know who we have at our backs, we know who we have at our sides, and we know who we can reach out to make this effort a lot easier. Okay, so there is the 3 of crystals. Okay, so let's clarify our tower. Okay. Okay, we have the Hanged Man to start on our clarifying the tower here. We have the Hanged Man. So we are going to have to surrender, whether that's our perspective, a little bit of control. Remember that I said there are things falling away in this situation. So instead of resisting, it's probably better if it's just left to happen, which sounds so kind of negative. It does sound negative. However, I feel that there are more important efforts to be made, especially in your space right now, than trying to patch cracks in a foundation that isn't meant to stand. Okay? I think you know what I mean by that. That's up to you to, yeah, that's up to you to do the work, whether you want to, but keep in mind you do have resources at your disposal, whether spiritual, also physical. So just keep that in mind here. But a surrender of control is going to have to happen. Okay. So there's the Hanged Man. Okay. Clarifying the Tower. Next card for that is, okay, the Tower. Again, things are changing. Things are changing. Revelations are coming in. It's gonna, again, you're gonna have to let this crumbling happen. Okay. So, Tower's a repeat card, so hold on to that energy. Let it work for you as it's meant to, okay? And finally, clarifying the 8 of coins here. Let's see what we need to see. Why are we seeing this card? So first things first, we have 7 of acorns. This is 7 of wands. So you're gonna have to stand up for yourself during this time. Okay, because you know that things are not ideal for you. I feel like there could be some people in your space that are resisting the idea of you making the effort to make yourself better. And that's going to mean that you have to stand up for yourself, especially if this is someone you thought was in your 3 of pentacles energy, right? Maybe not. And this could also be coming from the Tower energy, realizing again that there could be some toxic relationships that are not going to be as good for you as you might have thought initially. Okay. Again, you will have to stand up for yourself. It's not comfortable. That could be part of the vulnerability you're feeling from the Oracle, but it's okay. Remember that you are not doing it alone. I'm convinced of that fact. So let's, yeah, okay. Let's finish off this clarifying portion here. Finally, for the 8 of Coins, you have the Wheel. Okay, so again, things are changing. Things are changing. They're on a downswing, right? They're coming back down one side of the wheel here. However, the good thing with the Wheel of Fortune is that because this represents cycles, if you feel like you're swinging down and if you feel like you're on the bottom of the wheel, you're going to come back up. Okay? This, yeah, you're going to come back up. So let's leave that there for now. I think I've yammered on for a little long on that. Let's get a water break, and then we'll move into the rest of the tarot reading. I'm going to gear that towards you and what you can do with what we've seen from the Oracle in the first part of the reading. So, water break, my friends. Cheers. Okay. So, let's see what we need to see from the final 2 decks in this reading. You're going to then get into our bonus reading and then see each other later because this video will be concluded. So here we go. Let's see. Let's see what we need to see. This energy is for my viewers. I love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Again, if you resonate with this video and you want to see more, you know where all the buttons are, where the description box is. Go ahead and have a look. Okay. So first card, yeah, we have the 9 of Swords. There's definitely some anxiety with this situation. Okay. It doesn't have to hold you back. Because I am sensing that with all of this, it's again, it's nerve-wracking because things are changing. You're losing sleep over it. No, it doesn't have to be. I'm reacting that way because I've been in this situation before. I feel like we all have been in this situation before. Okay. Right off the bat, let's see how we can alleviate this. Excuse me. Let's see how we can alleviate this. Right. So 9 of Swords. What else do we have? The 10 of Swords. Yeah, there's been some endings. Certainly some heaviness that we've had on our backs has finally just been like, okay, I'm done. Let's just let it happen, right? This I'm hearing there could be a sense of betrayal, a sense of hurt, certainly hurt, because having that many knives in your back, ouch. Like, dude, ouch, stop, right? Yeah, something ended, something painfully ended, by the way. Okay. Ow. Okay. See what else comes out here. Okay, we also have the Moon in reverse. You really, I think, because you're worried and you're in pain. Okay, like I said, you're worried and you're in pain. I don't think you realize that the road you need to follow is already ahead of you. I feel like you're trying to figure out the next steps you need to take without realizing that you've already set yourself up for success. Um, and I feel like part of that is coming from experience here, because you've made an effort to do something that was out of your comfort zone, or you are doing something that is out of your comfort zone, and you're worried about the failure, or you're worried about somebody undermining your efforts, right? Again, the thing is that you have set up the path. You've set yourself up to get going, but because of this anxiety and because of this pain, you don't see it, right? You don't see how close to the gateway you actually are. And I'm envisioning you standing at the edge of a picket fence, and you have your hand on the latch, but now you're stuck, like you're frozen with your hand on the latch. And it's just a matter of lifting it and getting going, right? Yeah, okay. So let's see some hidden energy. Let's see some clarifying energy, please. Okay. Hidden energy is the Eight of Wands. So there's a lot coming in right now. There's a lot coming in, and because of all of the fire energy that you have right now, you're feeling, again, Eight of Wands, tapping into that fire element here. Because of that effort, because of all of what you're feeling, the intensity of what you're feeling, and you've had a lot to process, and I'm hearing that you're not quite sure how to do that, because you're experiencing so much all at once. Okay. Yeah, you're experiencing a lot all at once. Okay. Normally I would say pay attention and stay on your feet because of this, but I don't think that advice is going to be helpful for you right now, because the implication that I'm hearing in my head is that you're probably going to develop hypervigilance. In some cases that might be okay, but right now I feel like I think you've gone through enough, and it might be time to give yourself a break. Okay, give yourself a break. So there's the Eight of Wands as our hidden energy. Our clarifying energy is the Seven of Pentacles. And I'm sorry, that's the Seven of Cups. Just kidding. There are choices you're going to have to make here. And the thing with the Seven of Cups for me is that it's asking you to really assess and choose wisely, okay? Because again, you have a lot of options. You have a lot of options, but you have to think about what is going to be the best thing for you, and whether any of these choices are going to be up to par. Because not everything on this list is going to be the most helpful for you, especially in this case. And keep in mind, again, I mentioned intensity, and the intensity of the emotions and the depth of the emotions that you're experiencing as well. Okay? Mind your impulses. Mind your impulses right now. And this is what I was talking about. If you're looking at your options and saying, "Ooh, that one," maybe that's not the best way to take action on what you need to take action for. Okay. Again, mind your impulses right now, okay? Because yes, you have a lot to process, you have a lot going on, but yeah, be careful. Please be careful right now, okay? Alrighty, let's move into our final tarot, and then we will do our bonus reading, and then I'm going to call it quits. Let's see how this goes. Okay, we have as our first card, okay, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Again, we are working hard to get here. Okay, we are definitely working hard to get here. This is certainly certainly a good goal to have, because it's just stability, health, foundations, healthy foundations, okay, and definitely having enough to take care of ourselves with more on the side of that, right? This is what we want, and I don't think there's any shame in wanting to go after that. However, there's a lot that we need to clear out. There's a lot of work that we need to do to let this energy come in. Okay. So there's the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Two of Wands. Again, we're going back to choices here. But we are missing some information. And because we're in processing mode, we're doing all the work, I feel like we probably don't have a whole lot of energy. That's Two of Wands. Okay, yeah, we don't have a whole lot of energy to process what we're missing. But again, we're standing at a gateway here, and we're not, it's going to take some time and some work to see that the gate is already open. Remember the image of your hand on the latch to this gate. You've already opened the gate. Yes, I acknowledge that you might be stuck, and that stuck feeling is icky. It's not fun. I don't blame you for feeling that way. But the gate is open. The road is ready for you to walk it, no matter how difficult it is. And look at what is on the top of that card. That is a star. Look up. Okay. We'll leave it there. Let's see it. Let's see what else we can clarify with here. Okay, we have the Hermit. This path is yours and yours alone. Okay, it's not going to be easy, it's not going to be comfortable, and there will certainly be people who don't want you doing it because it makes them uncomfortable. But you have to understand that when you are living for other people, you forget that you need to live for yourself. Okay? The gate's open. It doesn't matter what you might be hearing and you might be internalizing what other people are saying about your life here, but that doesn't mean that they're right or that the points are valid. That's going to be for you to assess. Okay? But this path is yours, and your light is uniquely yours. Again, look at what's coming out here. Stars, light. You have to trust your own light, because what you don't have anybody else's. You don't have anybody else's. Okay? So there's the Hermit. All right. Let's see some hidden energy here. Let's see some hidden energy here. Again, we have the moon coming out here. Pay attention. Pay attention to your dreams, to your intuition, to your creative energy. But don't be afraid to look at the fear and look at your fears and what is triggering your ego. Yeah. What I'm hearing in my head is that the ego brain does have a purpose. Living by it doesn't. You know, letting that steer really shouldn't, you know, that can be dangerous, right? Because ego operates from fear, right? Yeah. Tap into your dreams, tap into your creativity, and also acknowledge your ego brain and your fear, because those will tell you things as well. Okay? Pay attention to what's in that card too. Lots of stars. Lots of star imagery, and I do like to see it here, because it's a lot of light and darkness, and I do like to see it. So there's the moon as our hidden energy. Our clarifying energy is the Five of Pentacles. You may need to ask for help outside of yourself. Don't be ashamed to do that, and don't be afraid to reach out, because there will be people who will help you. Okay? Okay. All right. That is it for the main reading here. We are going to get into our bonus tarot, bonus oracles. I'm going to take a deep breath after that. Let's see what our bonus oracle has to say, and maybe that will clarify the main reading. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for coming in. If you are just coming in for the bonus reading, I appreciate you. This reading is for you when you were meant to find it. So, to start our oracles here, we have the Earthworm. We have Colette, she who nurtures. This talks about empathy, insight, and gentleness. Let me show you the card. We also have the World. Okay. And we have Awakening Ancient Wisdom. Deep inner knowing is emerging within me. Okay. So there's some energy in your space that needs to cycle a little bit, because I do feel that there's some stagnancy going on here. And in order to do that, there's going to need to be certainly some digging, some deep diving that needs to go on, especially because you want to tap into that inner knowing that you innately have here. Okay. And I do think that when you find that deep inner knowledge, you're going to want to nurture that. You're going to want to explore it, get into all its nooks and crannies and what that might mean. This is where I think developing a journaling practice might be helpful if you're so inclined to do so. But I'm going to give the advice that even if it's not journaling, perhaps doing something for your brain, your body, and your soul every day might be helpful in terms of doing this nurturing. Okay. Let's see our bonus tarot. To start, we have the Nine of Wands. When we get into it here, we have the Page of Acorns, which is the Page of Wands. We also have the Four of Cups and we have the Empress. So you have some endurance. Okay, all right. You know what? Let me start here instead here. You have the Empress and the Four of Cups here. You know what you're about, okay? You snap it out, you get into your diva mode, and you tell people what you want here because you have standards and you want to be able to live to those standards because that's going to define your quality of life here, okay? Anything subpar can be gently given away. You know, you don't need to worry about what Joe Blow over here is doing. Joe Blow's cool. You probably don't have a whole lot of beef with that guy, if any beef at all, right? You're in creation mode. You're in um, you're in your own personal authority. Excuse me. You're in your own personal authority to the point that you're looking at what's being offered you and saying, you know what, yes, maybe, not right. Maybe not. Yes, no. You're deciding for yourself. You're deciding for yourself. And the chatter in your ear over certain things has been quieted. Okay, because whatever sub part of that, you're defining it and you're making that work for you. Remember, Empress energy. Okay. This has taken some effort to figure out. Okay, because remember you have the Nine of Wands and you have the Page of Acorns or the Page of Wands. You've had to figure out what those standards are and what they mean for you. Okay, and that's taken some effort, but you've done it and you've really thought about it, and at this point your Empress energy is definitely getting you through. Okay, so I hope that made sense. If you liked what you saw in the video, you know what buttons to click and where to go to get in touch. I will see you in the next one, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I love you, and I will see you very soon. Bye, everybody.